The largest report ever done on global health has found we're living longer but not better. A 20-year report card is the work of hundreds of organisations across 50 countries, including Australia. It's found an increasing number of our extra years are now marred by poor health. Medical reporter Sophie Scott explains.
More of the world's population is making it to old age, but for many, those later years are spent battling chronic conditions. Professor Alan Lopez from the University of Queensland is one of the lead authors of the World Health Report.
We're living longer, but we're living more of those years with disabling conditions.
This study found that hypertension, that is high blood pressure, is the largest health risk for illness and death the world over.
Almost 20% of people who die today die because of suboptimal blood pressure.
Hi, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. If you're concerned about high blood pressure and preventing a heart attack or stroke, and you don't want to take harmful prescription drugs or follow a super restrictive diet, there is hope. Now, imagine if you could naturally cut your risk of a heart attack or stroke by 35% and instantly reduce your risk of death by 25%. Now, please continue watching and discover how.
We move on tonight and to the major health headline this evening from federal health officials about your blood pressure. Stopping a new trial early, they say, because the results were so dramatic. And listen to this, lowering your top blood pressure number now from 140 down to 120, they say could cut the risk of heart attack and stroke by almost a third, cutting the overall risk of death by nearly a quarter. These are big numbers, so let's get right to Dr. Richard Besser. I know they're still studying, but in the meantime, this appears to be big news.
Yeah, this is an exciting announcement. But look at these numbers. 1 out of 3 adults have high blood pressure. Half of those who have it, it's not well controlled. And there are millions of Americans who have high blood pressure who haven't been tested or treated. They need to be tested now, and then later the experts can decide how low the blood pressure should go.
Now, did you know that heart disease is the #1 killer in the world, killing more people each year than all the other diseases combined? And this includes cancer, accidental death, and war. Now, even though lowering cholesterol is important, high blood pressure is a primary cause of a stroke and a heart attack. However, the great news is that you can improve your blood pressure levels naturally without the use of harmful drugs, thus dramatically reducing your risk and helping prevent a heart attack or stroke. So please continue watching, because in a minute, I'll reveal exactly how you can easily do this.
High blood pressure, it affects millions of people. In fact, 1 out of every 3 Americans. And if left untreated, it can be deadly. Most people take medication to control it. But as Kate Merrill shows us, some patients have found a simple way to keep their numbers down without drugs.
Dr. George Bacris is an expert in high blood pressure. He's conducted a small, carefully controlled study with some of his patients at the University of Chicago Medical School.
We saw miraculous changes in blood pressure. We're seeing 12, 13 millimeter reductions in blood pressure.
The results were dramatic enough to catch the attention of the federal government. The National Institutes of Health is now funding a larger study to see if they can duplicate the findings.
Now, as you just watched, you discovered that you can have healthy blood pressure levels naturally. Now, most people don't know that I have a family history of high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes. So I've had to discover the best ways of lowering high blood pressure levels quickly and easily for myself and my family members. And I promise you don't need harmful medications or super restrictive diets. Simply click on one of the options below this video, then discover my favorite solutions, easily implement the formula, and then quickly get results in just a few days. Yes, it really is that easy once you know how. However, you still need to take action. So click on one of the options below and get started today.